Alright, my tablet cut off on me, so when I ended before, I was talking about the items up above the desk here. So I have those lanterns and the signs that I made. And then this sign also I had made a couple years ago. And of course it's got the joy in it, joy to the world, the Lord has come. So I really love that one. And then over here on the window, which I think the light is going to be too bright and not let you see it, but I've got another sign that says joy. Let's see if I can get in close enough that you can tell that that says joy. And I made this one just this year. I found the letters and the little swirly background as a printable, and then I just glued them onto some scrapbooking paper. That is the red part, and so I really like how that one turned out. Added another joy into my dining room. This is what the table looks like right now, and this is kind of my everyday table decor. It's going to be changing a little bit when we get ready to do our Christmas Eve dinner, because I'm going to have to expand the table, and then I'll have to use just a green tablecloth, but otherwise it'll pretty much look the same. These here are the little goodie bags we're going to be giving out at our party, and I always like to do these. The ones for the kids have some little gifts and toys and things like that in them, and then everyone is going to get one of these ornaments. You can see it's baby Jesus in the manger, and it says believe, and it's a metal, just a metal ornament, and I just thought those were beautiful. So everybody that comes for Christmas Eve is going to get one of those. So I've got, those are sitting on the table because they're all set up and ready to go. Then right here we've got our china, and I did some lights and some decorations and bows up on the top. And then inside the china hutch, I have all of my Christmas dishes. I have some Christmas serving pieces, little decorative ones. And then I do have some Christmas dishes, but I only have a place sitting for 8. And we're going to have 13 people here for Christmas Eve, so we won't be able to use those. So I got just some paper plates to use, but then I've got this little green Merry Christmas sign. I just got this one this year at Hobby Lobby. More cute dishes and things inside the china hutch. Normally inside the china hutch, I actually keep our wedding things, like the bouquets and a lot of different memorabilia from our wedding, so I just switched that out at Christmas, and it looks like that. And I got these little brochures. They're red snowflakes, and I have become part of the theme of our dining room is the red with the snowflakes, because over here I found this table runner at a yard sale. And I can't remember, I think I paid maybe $2 for it, but it's really, really nice, heavy fabric, and very sturdy, and so I kind of went off of that to plan our Christmas Eve party. I found this platter that was red with snowflakes. I found these napkins, which are kind of showing up as orange, but they're red also with snowflakes. I got just solid red plates. They didn't have snowflake plates, but then they also had the snowflake cups. So our party is kind of become a little snowflake party. Here's one of the nativity scenes that I have. I really like this one. Just Mary and Joseph and the baby. It's just very simple. I found that at a garage sale. And then on this side of the pass-through, again, I've got some ornaments that are joy. And then just some red and some gold ornaments. I kind of kept it simple on this side. Here's another sign that I made that says Star of Wonder, Star of Light. So I really like that one. And then up here is my big joy sign. The O, of course, is a wreath, and then the J and the Y were made out of cardboard, and then we covered them in wrapping paper, and my mom helped me make those. I think that was back in 2012 when my husband and I were first married. So I've been using that every year, and I love it. And one other thing I forgot to show you is here in the doorway between the kitchen and the dining room is a kissing ball. And kissing ball, it's a styrofoam ball that was painted. It's got a green color you can see there. And then that cover was crocheted, and my mom made that. She crocheted that cover and put it over the ball and decorated it with the ribbons and the little floral picks at the top. But that kissing ball, actually, she had made for my grandmother. And when my grandmother passed away, then it was passed to me. And I just love that because it has so much meaning, because not only did my mom make it, but then it also belonged to my grandmother. And I was very close to my grandmother, so I love having that. All right, now if I can move over here without making you too dizzy, I will show you the piano. This is our piano that we've had for a few months now. And on top of the piano, I just put my collection of teddy bears. You can see I have several bears. The patchwork looking bears, those were made by my sister Alyssa. She made those for me for Christmas one year. Got these other teddy bears. And then I have a couple dolls, and this doll is my American Girl doll. She is the Swedish doll. Her name is Kirsten. And she is dressed in her outfit for St. Lucia Day, which we celebrate because our family is Swedish. On my dad's side of the family, we have Swedish ancestors. So we like to celebrate some of the Swedish customs. In fact, I'm going to turn completely around. And back behind me, this is the front door. There's the wreath on the door, and I've got a garland running up there. But right here on this wall are actually 2 greeting cards that I found several years ago, and they are in Swedish. And so I thought they were beautiful, and I went ahead and got them, and I just framed them so that I can display them. Again, just a nod to our Swedish heritage. And then this little sign I found at a thrift store, and I only paid 10 cents for it. But it is very Swedish. And it even says Merry Christmas in Swedish on there, so I really like that. And I think it makes a nice display having those 3 pieces together. Okay, and again, as we're moving into the living room, but this is our front door. Now, in the living room, I like to do more of a theme of like snowflakes, snow and ice and things like that. So you can see that in the wreath here, which I just bought that wreath at Walmart several years ago. This little stand, this little like coat rack. I've got another one of those Merry Christmas signs that came from Hobby Lobby. And then I've got those 2 giant icicles. I don't really remember where I got those, but I've had those for a long, long time. And then on the little stand here, I've got part of my Christmas tree collection. I started out collecting the clear glass trees that you see there. And almost all of these have been bought at thrift stores. The white tree on the left there, I did buy at Walmart several years ago, but it was after Christmas when it was on clearance. So most of these trees were very, very inexpensive. The little blocks that say Merry Christmas, my sister Alyssa made those for me. And then I've got that little sign that says Silent Night, so I just added that there. So that's what I have there. And then if we move across here, this is just our coat closet. And I have a little sled. I've had that for many, many years. And this year I decided that I would just try putting some decorations on it and hang it up, sort of like a wreath. And I think it worked pretty well. So I like that. I've also got one similar to that hanging on the front door, which I might show you later. We've got an extra chair here because of the Christmas tree. We had to move it out of the way, so it's in front of the closet for right now. Moving over to the fireplace. This is our little fireplace. It is fake. It doesn't produce any heat. It just lights up a little bit, but it's very cute. And I made that banner that says "Oh Holy Night," and the letters are all loose, so they're kind of bunching up in different places, so I have to work on that. But I really liked how that turned out. And then up on the mantle, I have the rest of my Christmas tree collection. I normally have that whole collection on the mantle, but this year it got too big. It grew and it didn't fit on the mantle, so I had to move it into two different places. That brick background there is fake. I actually got that at the Dollar Tree. And so I put that up on the wall, and I thought it kind of helped make the fireplace seem a little more realistic, so I kind of like it. So there are some more of the trees. See, there's some white, there are some green ones, but mostly white and silver, and then clear glass is kind of what I was aiming for there. And then right next to the fireplace, I have another set of these signs that I have made. And the one says "Peace on Earth," and the other one says "Let It Snow." So those kind of went along with the colors that I have in the living room. So I just added those there. And then moving over to the right here is one of the end tables and the recliner. And there I've got a wreath. I did make that wreath several years ago. It's got a pair of ice skates on it and some beautiful ribbon with snowflakes on it, so it fits in with this room very well. And then down there I also have my nativity scene, which is a play school one, so it's all plastic pieces and children can play with it. And so I like to have it there where the kids can reach it. In fact, some of my nieces and nephews will be coming over for Christmas Eve, and so I'm sure they'll be playing with it, and they like to, just move the pieces around, and they just have a lot of fun with that. All right, and then moving over here into the rest of the living room, here is our TV cabinet with the bookcases on either side, and so I use that space to display my village. And it just works. It works really nice because the number of houses I have, they just fit there perfectly. And then that sign that's hanging up, the "Oh Holy Night" sign, I made that with the help of my mom. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but we worked on that together. I cut out the images and the words using my Cricut, and we just cut them with paper. And then we Mod Podged them onto the piece of wood after we painted it. So it was pretty simple, but I really like it. It really fits in even with my theme and everything in here. So really like that. And then you can see in the bookcases, I have a lot of just different little knickknacks and figurines and all kinds of different things that go along with the theme. And then over here is our tree. This tree is new this year. We bought this, and it's much bigger than the tree that we used to have. We bought it used, and it was a pre-lit tree, and they were asking $45 for it, which I didn't think was bad, but when we tried to plug it in, the lights didn't work, and so they said that they would lower it to $15 because the lights didn't work, and we thought that it was worth a shot, so we took it home and we spent several days cutting all of the lights out of that tree. It was a very high quality tree, and the lights were put in very well. They were wrapped around literally every single branch. And so we spent several days getting those all out, and then we just went ahead and put our own lights in, and it works. I really love it. It's got a beautiful shape. It's got beautiful needles. They're a lot more realistic than most artificial trees. And then these are our sliding glass doors. We've got the curtains drawn over them just because it's not a very pretty view. So I put some lights and some bows and decorations up there to brighten it up a little bit. And I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to go around here and get a little closer to the tree. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of the ornaments, but I told you that my theme in here is like snow and snowflakes, so you can see that on the tree there are a lot of snowflakes. There's a lot of white and silver, but my husband really loves to have color, And so you can kind of see as you look that sort of dotted throughout the tree, we've got some beautiful, went with jewel tones. So we've got some beautiful like purples and blues and greens and reds that I think that go really well with the white and the silver that I had. And so that's how we kind of blended our two styles together. And I think it still just looks really beautiful to have the white and the silver, but then also to have those little pops of color. It just makes it really fun, I think. And you can see some of them just kind of peek through. Just every once in a while, not too much, but just enough. There's one of the colored ones right there. And we also do put our family ornaments on the tree. I know some people will do a theme on a tree and then they keep everything on the tree just strictly to that theme. But I mix in our family ornaments. You know, we buy an ornament every year, and we buy at least one every year. In fact, a lot of times we end up buying a couple. But we like to keep those just mixed in with everything else. In fact, I was trying to find, we've got an ornament on here that is, I can't see. It's a little dark in here, so I can't see if I'm looking at the right ones. Yes, this ornament right here. I don't know how much you can see of it. It's not showing through on the screen very well. But that was an ornament that we got for our baby's first Christmas. And it has his ultrasound picture in it. But unfortunately, we did end up having a miscarriage. But we still wanted to get him an ornament. So we keep those ornaments, and we really want to include them as part of our tree every year. So now this is the wall where the sofa is, and this is an Afghan that I had. It's a Thomas Kincaid picture, but I like to hang it on the wall because it's very grand because it's so big and it fills up a lot of space, and it's just a beautiful scene. I just love that. And it kind of brings that winter and snow look into the room. The pillows that are on the sofa are actually my regular everyday pillows, but I found these pillow covers on Amazon that just say Merry Christmas, and they were $1.88 plus $1.99 for shipping. So basically they were $4, which is still a pretty good price. And I was really happy with those. It just adds a nice little touch that they have the Merry Christmas. Here's one of the side tables, and I have a little variety of things here. The little snowflake candle holder. I've got a vase with just some silver ornaments in it. A little votive holder with snowflakes, a snow globe. That's actually a plastic snow globe, so the kids can get a hold of it and play with it, and then we don't have to worry about them breaking it. Then behind there in my frame, I've got a little picture of shepherds, and it says, "Oh, come, let us adore him." And I wanted to show you this sign here, because I found this at a thrift store, I think during the summer. And if I remember, I think we only paid $2 for it, but it's just a sign that says Merry Christmas. And I love it. It's very, very cute. So let me show you the coffee table real quick since I'm right here. This wreath I made a couple of years ago with my sisters. We kind of all got together and each made our own little project, but we did it together, and that was mine. So I made it as to be a centerpiece on my table instead of a wreath that hangs on the wall. And I just set that candle in the middle, and then I added these little ice skates because I thought those were so cute. And then those little blue squares are actually coasters. And I just set those out because, like I said, we're having everyone over for Christmas Eve. And there's going to be a lot of cups and things sitting around, so I went ahead and added those. This is the love seat, and I just kind of added these little Afghans and stuff to add a little festiveness there. And then this is the other end table at the other side, and this frame has the wise men in it. I've got a bowl with some ornaments, another little tray with snowflakes, a little candle, and a snow globe back there. So kind of similar. Alright, and I'm going to go back around here and try to get a shot of the entire room so you can really see. I know my camera is very shaky, I'm sorry. But I think from here you can kind of see most of it together. And then I'm just going to go down the hallway here a little bit. Oh, and there is one of our wedding pictures over the chair. I love that picture so much. My sister Krista actually took these pictures. We went to a park and had those pictures done, and they just turned out gorgeous. So I had that one enlarged and hung it there, and it's just so beautiful. So right down the hallway here, I wanted to show you just a little bit in our bedroom. We've got the damask bedding, black and white. And so I did a little Christmas tree. I did a white tree with some black ornaments and some red for an accent, a black garland, and a little crown at the top. So that is all I have to show you. That's all the decorating. So I hope you enjoy seeing it.